Hey guys, it's Martin Cliffe here. Welcome to another video. And I've been asked to do a little bit of a behind the scenes on how I do recording of some of my videos. So that's what I thought I'll do this time. First of all, I'm currently in the living room, so I'm going to be doing, because I need to do some drum tracking this morning for some songs for church. So let's start here. So for filming purposes, my drum recording setup is really straightforward. My drum kit here is my Yamaha Absolute Hybrid Maple kit. All the microphones are Shure Beta series mics, except the overheads, which are KSM 137s, and they all go into the PreSonus Fire Studio projects that you can just see there in the rack. There's 3 of them, which would give me 24 mic inputs, except a couple of them are dead. But I think I'm running about 18 channels of drums, Sabian AAX cymbals, and then when I'm filming, basically the camera is just there on a tripod. It's my Canon EOS 90D, and the audio just goes into my MacBook in Logic, just by the magic of an old firewire cable. It's an old, very old MacBook. Back when we could do useful things with them. And then once I've done all the drum recording, which I've done in Logic, I just grab the audio files folder, which has got all the files that I've just done, copy it and paste it into my Dropbox, because I'm interested in is the WAV files. Paste it in there. They're all just syncing now, and then I can import them into Cakewalk. Before we even get to any of that, what I've done is I just recorded a scratch track of acoustic guitar and vocals with a click, just to make sure I was in time. And if I've discovered, if you have the tempo right and you start right at the beginning, you can just import those WAV files into Logic for the purposes of then tracking the drums. And then you start the Logic recording right at the same point and import them back in, and it all lines up. I would like at some point to go with a PC for the drum recording, so that I can do it all within Cakewalk, but for now this works with my limited resources. So for one of the tracks I've been recording congas, so you can see the conga recording setup is very simple. It's just a Beta 27A from Shure over each conga, and then the larger one, which has the bass note, also has way down at the bottom, it's to say there's a Shure SM57 just poking in the bottom as well. So when I'm in my studio, the vast majority of footage is shot from this position with my EOS 90D on an arm directly behind my computer monitor. It's just a microphone arm, and it's mounted onto the stand that holds the dual monitors up. When recording guitar, my signal goes through my slightly monster, ridiculous pedal board, which actually is split into essentially 2 channels. So the vibe and the fuzz feed both boards, and then the signal is split. So the left-hand board is basically a dedicated unit, and then the right-hand board is a dedicated unit as well. The left-hand board feeds these 2 Blackstar Artisan 10 Anniversary Edition combos, and this is run wet dry. So the right-hand one just has drive and compression and such things, but no delay or reverb. That is then fed into the left amplifier as the wet signal, and as you can see, they're mic'd up using Sennheiser E906 microphones. And the right hand board then feeds my 2 Blackstar Artist 10 Anniversary Edition combos, which are on the other side of the room, again with E906 microphones. And the only real modification I've made to these amplifiers is that I've changed the speakers in all 4 of them to Celestion Creamback Neos, which are much lighter weight and sound better than the 7080s that come in them. And this side of the rig is stereo, so any stereo choruses, or when I'm running the Leslie, it really gives sort of a broad signal, which is very cool. And if you can see a microphone in shot, it's pretty much going to be this Rode Procaster, which is just mounted on a flexible boom arm, so I can position it where it needs to be. If I'm shooting any talking head footage and not using one of my podcast microphones, then I'm pretty much going to be using my Rode wireless Go kit with the lapel mic usually, just because it gives better sound quality and is a bit more discreet. So here I am in playing position. I'm actually lit with a whole multitude of lights. I've got a aperture at 120D Mark 1 over there in the corner, running at about 40% I guess. I've got my 120D Mark 2 just off to this side as my main light, my key light, and that's running at about 60% I think. And then I've just got a couple of other little LED panels in front of me, which are the aperture 178s or 198s or something like that. They don't seem to make them anymore, but they're very cool, just battery powered LED panels. And then I also have the ceiling light on, which is also daylight, but a balance bulb, a Philips bulb. And for consistency where possible, I will sit on this stool. It's a rock and sock drum stool. It just helps to maintain the framing and stuff, consistency from shot to shot.